Good morning. We slept in this morning because it's our final sea day. We have actually a lot going on over the next 2 weeks. This cruise is the first of 3 that we're taking. It's our final day and we have to decide whether we're gonna do the actual checked luggage removal from the ship tonight instead of carrying our own off, because we each have a large suitcase. Mine is like 120 pounds. It's probably better just to let them handle it. And our disembarkation assignment is at 9:45 tomorrow. We have a car rented at the port, so I believe it's budget rent-a-car. We're gonna get off of the ship, go there. I've read some reviews about it that when people arrive early, they don't have any cars available because they basically receive cars from people that are planning to get on the ship that day and then distribute them to the people getting off of the ship. Well, that's in reverse order of how ship debarkation works. So from what I read, everyone piles up in budget rent-a-car waiting until the people that are leaving that day show up. So actually a 9:45 disembarkation would be good because they should have cars available by then. And then we are gonna do a drive from Orlando to Boca Raton tomorrow and stay overnight before we drive the rest of the way to Fort Lauderdale to board the Sky Princess. And that is a week-long cruise. I'm really looking forward to it. That trip, we're going to like St. Kitts, St. Thomas, and Princess Cay. Then we get off of that ship, stay in Florida for 2 nights, and we get on to the Liberty of the Seas for a shorter 4-day cruise out of Fort Lauderdale before we head home on Christmas Eve. We are really busy this month. Anyway, today is going to be kind of slow paced. We've got to just get ourselves packed up and get our room ready. The Quest game show is tonight though, and I have to take John to see that. If we can stay up late enough to see it, it's just an epic show. We're going back to Chops for lunch, so that'll be the first event of the day. We're about to head to Chops for our lunch. I just want to say that I think the unlimited dining package on a 6-day cruise like this, when there are only 3 specialty restaurants on board, is a bit much. Steak doesn't necessarily sound good to me right now. I would have rather gone to sushi. But yeah, I probably will get salmon or something. But it's like you've paid for the meal experience, and we made sure to get reservations as soon as we boarded, so we don't want to miss it. But I don't know, I wish there were Johnny Rockets or something more casual for lunch option. And I also think that why don't they add room service to the list of items included with your ultimate dining package? Because room service is an $8 flat rate. It doesn't cost them a lot to allow us to order from our room, and I probably would have chosen to have lunch here while we got ourselves packed up instead of going to the steakhouse. I'm sure the cost for them is lower if we were to have chicken fingers and a Cobb salad instead, but it would add a little bit of value, especially on sea days when it's hard to get the lunch reservations and you can just have lunch in your room. Overall, we're happy with the package. It's just, this is a pretty limited number of options for this ship. We'll see you out there. I'm really happy to see that the lunch menu is different than the dinner menu. So I think there are just a few limited options compared to dinner, but still way more than you could go through on a week. But I'm gonna do the wedge salad for my appetizer and salmon for my entree. And John's favorite cheesecake is not on the menu for lunch, so he'll have to maybe do something else. But this menu looks good for a lunch break. I got grilled salmon and fries. John got the Gruyere steak burger with their tots, and he asked for a vegetable, which they said will come out in a couple of minutes. John asked if there was a vegetable, not asparagus, available, and they brought him broccoli and carrots. That's awesome. Off menu. So I got key lime. Okay, as of yesterday, they started serving these little candied lime slices, which are delicious with it, instead of the toasted brown sugar on top. And John got red velvet, which looks a little different than it was on Adventure. It's still yum. And we're just waiting on coffee. We are in Vintages right now, just outside of the casino. We wanted to stop by and spec the machines. And I did pick one that paid a $192 bonus on a $1.50 bet. I think I'm out like 100, so I'm not mad at that. And how did your experiment go?
I don't know. We'll see what offers they send me.
You had something on your machine, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it said I have an offer. Please see attendant.
So his minimum betting, what did you put in originally? Like 30 or 40 bucks?
It's like, yeah, I think 35 total or something.
Minimum bet the whole cruise, just to see, you know, we weren't expecting any result from it this cruise, but it already popped up on the machine telling him to go ask the attendant. I said they're going to email you whatever offers, so just we'll wait and look online. But yeah, he lost exactly what he put in, which is kind of the plan. I mean, always you would want to win, but when you're minimum betting...
Yeah, we played it and we won and lost and won and lost. So
yeah, 40 bucks for 6 days is not bad. I just cashed out my $200 ticket, and the cashier is not wanting to give people 20. Like, I have a $200 ticket, so 10 20s would be what I wanted. She would only give me 5 20s and 2 50s. It said something about, like, they open the machines tonight since it's the last day. I don't know, but I don't like getting big bills.
Is a 50 still a large bill?
Yeah.
Well,
because I don't ever give anyone a 50 and not get change. So I think we're going to go to our room and get it cleaned up and packed a little before tonight, because there are several things going on later, but we have a few hours right now, so we might as well use that time to get organized. See you later. We're out by the atrium where they're going to be doing Christmas carols in about 15 minutes, and it's pretty busy already. We're going to try and find a seat, and then we have dinner in about an hour.
Buddha, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Feel free to join them. Please put your hands together for the caroling of Jewel of the Seas. We are in the Safari Club, which is just a beautiful venue, and it's about to be sunset. So when the light is coming in here in the evening, it just makes it even prettier. And we were talking about how high quality the finishes and the furnishings are in these spaces. And this is a really great example of just, they're not cutting any corners. Even though this is a party atmosphere a lot of the time when they have events here, it is just done very with a lot of class. And we'll be back for the Quest game show tonight to show you how much of a party it can be. We watched a few Christmas carols and then came back here to the Safari Club. We were thinking of checking our stuff, but because of the car rental situation and that business being questionable already, they have a fine print on their rental arrangement saying if you don't show up on time, which I booked it at 9, then you might not get a car and they won't refund you. So we're not risking that because we've got quite a distance to cover tomorrow. So we're just gonna carry our own luggage off and look like freaks trying to haul that much stuff of our own. It's actually very hot right here.
It's just you.
We're doing Giovanni's table. I think without fail, I am exhausted of eating at these restaurants by the end. The whole purpose of the cruise is just going from restaurant to restaurant. So I'm kind of glad we didn't buy the package on our next one because there are other things to do.
Like drink.
No, we didn't buy drinks either. Not food or drinks. We're just gonna be playing cards and reading. It's about sunset. And dinner is in a half hour. So we'll show you what we have at Giovanni's table.
What city in the world has the largest amount of taxi drivers? It's Mexico City. You also got the trivia answers. So I have 2 winners for the trivia. Let's make some noise for them. Good job, guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Dennis from Brazil.
We got here right at sunset, so it's a gorgeous view. And we are the second table to be here. Very pretty restaurant. And look at the wall behind you. It's got these glass views. I'm gonna do the tonno crudo tonight, and John's gonna try their lentil soup, which is on special, and then I'm gonna do the linguine. Yes, please.
Oh, please. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. All right, we got a huge portion of Parmesan with our oil and vinegar, which looks amazing. Do you remember what you ordered for filet? And he got me the gnocchi. We just learned gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
That's how you
I
say
didn't
it.
actually know that.
Neither did I. I've been butchering it every time I say it, and it's my favorite thing on Royal Caribbean, so I say it a lot. And there's a ship out there. It's very dark. We'll see if it comes closer.
Shoot at us. They just want to, you know, El Flexo.
I have the ahi tuna, the meat and cheese plate, and John got the lentil soup.
The pancetta for the dinner, the porchetta for the dinner has gluten in it. So they're going to throw me an extra scoop of
This is the pasta of the day, which is an Alfredo and linguine. And then the gnocchi, which this is the best food on Royal Caribbean. Then John got filet with broccolini and mashed potatoes. Cheers. We have a show in about 25 minutes, so we're going to order coffee and a dessert and try to get out of here in time to grab good seats. And we have our fingers crossed that this show is going to impress us, especially compared to the last experience we had on the first or second night. This one is like Latin dancing, so it should be real spicy and fun, and I don't know how you can mess it up. And I've got the torta, chocolate torta. And John got his tiramisu. He gets this every time.
There are certain things you just can't improve on. And
yeah. Here's the torta. It's really good. And, it's got this ganache on top, which is rich, but the rest of it is light and really delicious.
here for the final production show. Seems like more people are interested in this one than the last. Well, that show was night and day. It was so much better.
The crowd was clapping along with half of it. It was really
They
good.
got a standing ovation at the end. We didn't stay long enough to see if that happened last time, but if they did, it was not genuine. But this was, I think, part of the recipe for success was that there was this one couple that did these amazing dances. And so they would go off stage to change, and then they'd have the backup dancers do something while those two got into their next costume. Then they'd come out and do this just unbelievable performance. And then there were a couple of other couples performing, but for the most part, it was the same couple. I think they must have been brought from off the ship. Like, they're not part of the normal production staff. They were older and the stars of the show, and they really made it.
Carried it, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was definitely worth coming to, so.
I'm really glad we came. Yeah, I really am glad we came. Not only that, they sprung for Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Yeah. Was that the Evita thing?
Yeah.
You need to watch that movie if you haven't.
Yeah.
It's very informative. We got back to our cabin and we have this cute little mouse towel animal. It is about 9:40 now, and the Quest game show starts at 10:15 or 10:30, but I know it's going to be packed in there, so we're going to head over to the lounge now so we can get seating and a good view to film. One thing we didn't tell you about that happened this afternoon, we went to the casino, and then around 2:15 we decided to come back to our room and pack. I was sitting there going through documents for our next couple cruises, and John's on his iPad. All of a sudden we hear like a military jet buzz the ship.
Single engine turbojet.
It sounded like it was going to crash into the ship. It was so freaking loud, and it went by, it sounded like at the speed of light,
Lower
speed
than
of
the
sound.
speed of sound. It was subsonic because there was no boom.
I know, I was
But I'm
waiting
gonna-
for the boom.
No, I'm gonna bet 600 miles. No, you don't hear the boom.
You
hear
hear
the
your
boom
windows
first.
shatter.
No, you hear the boom first, then you hear the engine.
Well, it was really fast. We looked out the window, couldn't see what was going on, and no one else is talking about it on the ship. It's like, what was that flew by at
600 miles an hour.
Yeah. Anyway, no mention of it, and we've looked it up. There's something from September of 2019 where the Harmony of the Seas was buzzed by, what was it, Cuba?
Yeah, they said unidentified.
In the exact same place. They were on the last day of their Caribbean cruise on the way back to Florida between Cuba and Florida. That's exactly where we were when this happened. Very weird. This cruise we've had, I almost lost a toe. John hit his head. I mean, it's just been, we're hoping this is the last of the excitement of that type. But yeah, I'm actually surprised the thing didn't hit the ship with our luck so far this week. That's how you know it's the final night. All the luggage down the hall. There we go. So 6 is where the party's gonna be.
Everyone, hands up in the air. So ladies and gentlemen, this is an adult indoor room scavenger hunt. I am Flavio, your activities manager on board. With me from the Philippines, it is Kier. From South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, Kuda. Alright, we are about to start the crazy quest. This is a crazy game show for adults and adults only. So on the dance floor, no drinks allowed. Also, no kids allowed. Okay, if you want to keep your kid right here, keep them quiet on the corner because this thing is getting crazy.
Having watched that video, which said, basically, do not have any fun of any sort at the quest tonight. That's essentially what it said. Now, no matter how many times I tell you do not run, I know you're going to run. Because you're human beings. Next up, I need to see your female team captain, team number in hand. Remember, no drinks on the dance floor. And show me a piece of fruit. Go! 13, 2, 5, 12, 1, 3, 10, 4. And show me a lady with a piercing, not in the ear. Go! 5, 2, 3, 12, 4, 13, 10, 15, 8, 1, 11. This quest is going. This quest is... I need to see your male team captain, team number in hand. And show me something fake. Go. 2, 3, 13, 5. This quest is going. This quest is disturbing. You're familiar with the movie Dirty Dancing? Now, I'm not necessarily saying I was looking for the lift, but you could have just done like the arm around the back or, you know, the little shimmy. Instead, I asked for 2 men dirty dancing. Every single one of you on the dance floor bent over like it's your birthday. Okay, this man does not own these pants. These are not... Can everybody please check they have their own pants? This is an awkward situation for everybody. Where are your pants? You came with shorts? Oh, no, okay, there we go. Okay, now you've got... Where are yours? I didn't take them. Has anybody got any spare pants? I need to see your male team captain, team number in hand, and bring me not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 ladies' bras not being worn. Go! 15. Don't mix them up, boys. 12. 11. I just wanted to do that so that you all understand how easily they actually come off. It's not that complicated. For your next quest, I need to see your female team captain, team number in hand, and show me a method of contraception. Go! 3. I need your number! 2. 13. 12. 5. 1. 10. People! We need to talk right now. You're going to do exactly what Flavio does. You're going to copy him exactly on the parade. Get your cameras ready, everybody. Put your hands together for the ladies' parade. Work it, work it. Oh, that's right. The hips don't lie. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them all a huge round of applause. Thank you. Out of a worldwide pandemic, you know, wash your hands, everybody. Sanitize your hands, wear your face masks, keep a safe distance. You come to a game show to win a plastic prize, and I ask for teeth, and it's like, no problem. The ones who took it off the fastest, the ones who lost all dignity before anybody else here this evening. And the honor of taking away the gold medal. Put your hands together for team number 3!
We're back from the quest. What did you think?
That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we went.
It's definitely changed since Allure because, well, first of all, this ship doesn't have an ice rink. So the theater we did it in was the Safari Lounge, and so they had you choose your own groups of 6 to 8. I think they said there were 14 groups. They did a lot of quests. On Allure, they did like 6 to 10 quests. This was rapid fire. I think 2 quests a minute.
From a game perspective, that's a lot more fun by having lots of quests right in a row.
Yeah.
Because it makes it a real scored event. A couple of the events have been just too short to have a real score build up. There really was time to build up score. And the scoring rubric was actually really good too, which was 5 points for the first respondent, 4 for the next, 3 for the next, 2, 1, and then everybody else subsequent got 1 point. So doing first was highly rewarded, but so was second, third, fourth. I mean, you could still...
Yeah.
Anyway, that was very interesting.
And Flavio was doing the scoring, so he had it all figured out, like, right as soon as the last thing ended. I just wanted to say, this is my last day as a gold member on Royal. Actually, yesterday was my 30th night, but they don't kick you up to your next tier until the beginning of your next cruise. So I will be platinum next week when we get on to the Liberty of the Seas. So I don't think it comes with any real big perks, but getting there. Anyway, thank you for coming on this cruise. It's been really fun. This was John's longest so far, but we're getting on to a 7-day Princess cruise.
And I made it.
Yeah, you made it. And
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning. We have to be up and out of this room like around 7:30. So, good night. Good disembarkation morning. We just got up before the sun, and I got a little clip as it came up over this side of the hill. It's about 7:10, so we have enough time to run, get coffee and a little breakfast, and then back to the room before we walk off.
Hillary left the tip, but I had to add the eyes.
This is pre 8 a.m. So we have a rental car, so hopefully budget will go. There is John. There's a budget shuttle right there.